Yes.
John, the game is for first place. What does first place and winning the SEC mean?
Well, and I told the guys yesterday, it's a big game if you win. It's a huge game if you win. If you don't, it's the next game and we march on. It's not the end of the season. So we have to play on. And I'm trying to get these guys just focused on what we have to do. They were great yesterday. I thought the guys really were focused and locked in, and that's the best we can ask, and go from there.
How was De'Aaron bounce back from the other day?
He didn't practice yesterday. Did a little bit of stuff, and I haven't been in there yet to see, but I would guess that he'll be a game time decision.
What's his condition?
Game time condition? I don't know. I mean, he got his knee. He hit his knee, and it's nothing, not sprained or anything. I think it was a bruise.
John, I heard you lament on your radio show how wildly inconsistent this team was. All your teams.
Not this team, just a couple guys on the team. And if you have a couple guys on the team that are inconsistent that way, it's hard to get rhythm in how you're playing. So I'm just saying to the guys, you got to come with a mindset. You don't have to be perfect, but you got to be in the same area, the same area code. You can't be here and then next time we don't know what. So, but I'm trying to let these guys know the biggest thing is prepare to play well, and then you got to let it go. You can't have all this other clutter hanging around that's slowing you down, that's keeping you from being aggressive, to keeping you from playing with great energy. You gotta wipe that stuff out and be ready to go.
So is it all a mental thing?
I don't know. I mean, you'd have to talk to each one of them.
But usually this time of year is when you say you want your team to be having more fun than any team in the
Right,
country.
right, and that's all I'm talking. Yeah, that's all we're talking about. Got to go out and I'll say it again. The inconsistency makes it hard to have fun because sometimes that's demoralizing. One guy you're like, what in the, and I'm not saying for me, I'm saying if I'm on the court, you need a team full of guys. They don't have to be great. They don't have to be at their best, but you got to be in that range of what you are as a player so we know what to expect. And I think we're getting closer to it. Look, you want them to peak at the end of the year. That's what you want. And we haven't peaked yet, so that's not a bad thing. Now the question is we got to get them there to where we start playing a little more aggressive, more energy, more 50-50 balls, we play tougher, make easy plays, stay connected defensively and offensively, lock in more, all that kind of stuff is what we need to do.
What do you guys need to do differently rebounding the ball after they really dominated the glass?
We've got to rebound the ball better.
That simple?
They beat us to every ball and every 50-50 ball and tipped and
You mentioned the other night, you had a lot of turnovers lately where just 4 or 5 weeks ago you were like first in the country in these turnovers. Does that go back to the playing anxious and not?
No, I think, here, again, you guys that have followed us since in my time here, and some of you not paid any attention, but you followed us for all this time. Early in the year we got our thing, and because no one knows our team. We're new. But then there comes a point where they say, all right, here's what you got to take away, and this is what you got to make hard. And then you'll have guys at that point say, well, this isn't fun anymore. No kidding. They've just made it harder. So you got to figure out, how do I have fun when the game is rough and tough and they're taking away our best stuff, and we got to figure out now, what do we do? And it happened this year the same way. Oh, it was fun running up and down the court, throwing hook passes and reverse dunks, and all of a sudden they shoot the ball, and the coaches ran back, the players ran back, and the guy that shot it, before it left his hand, he was running back. Okay, now you're not getting as many layups, and it makes it a little harder. Not playing a couple guys. We're not going to play these two. Now it becomes, okay, how are you going to play now? And that's this team. We've gone through this every year. And then we make adjustments, and they get it back, and then we get going. And we just have to do it with this group. Like I said to them, this is what you play for, this kind of game, where both teams have something to lose. Every team we play has house money. They got house money. Well, we went to Alabama and we had Tennessee. We both had something to lose. Now this game, we both have something to lose. They have something to lose too now. They played great. And so we'll see. We'll see. And again, the greatest news, I keep telling them, there's going to be a time this season when you lose, your season ends. This ain't it. So just play. If you win, it's huge, big. If you don't, you lose the game. Next game. Who we play next? If you win, it's huge.
John, how does Florida look without
They're still good. They're guard play and what they were. They're missing one big guy, but the other guys, they the games I watched, the two without them. I mean, they beat South Florida and they beat them pretty handily. So they're good. They're what they're ranked. They're one of those top 5, 8, 10, whatever they have them. They're good, and they've been good on the road too.
On Monday, Kenny talked about Isaiah needing to be more confident out there. Have you seen that in practice the last
It was better yesterday. Yesterday was a good practice for him. I mean, we did some stuff, and he's stuff's not easy. I mean, it's every game's what it is, and you can't. You're trying to get better as you're trying to figure out, and it's what we do here. I'm going to say this. I don't think anybody's feeling sorry for us. That's one. And the second thing, I'm telling everyone out there, every team at this time of the year has issues they're dealing with. Every team. There's something that happened that their program is having to deal with, or their coaches, or their team. Every team has issues. We're trying to figure our issues out better than they're trying to figure their issues out. And we got a bunch of good guys that want to do this, that we're trying to do what we need to do as coaches to help them. Last question.
If De'Aaron can't go, who's the point guard in this one?
I don't know. We'll have to figure that one out. What do you think?
Hawkins has been the first guy off the bench.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. All right, see you guys.